Welcome back to this week's webinar from Real Estate Economics on our Survey to Survey report. The Survey to Survey report is one of our online research tools, so this morning we're going to generate a Survey to Survey report and show you that process and run you through the filtering sequence. Each of the options offers you a chance to see a sample report, and we're preparing tutorials on how to run many of the different reports that we have available so you can drive the exact research that you're interested in. The Survey to Survey report is under the New Housing Profiles and Statistics, so I'm going to run report. And this leads us to our filtering process. Let me center up that map for our use in the next coming minutes. I'd like to use an area that the audience is familiar with, so today I'm going to select Riverside County. Then to drill down, I'm going to collect submarkets. I know that my part of Riverside that I'm interested in is in the West, Riverside West submarket. Let's go down further to city. I'd like to use Corona, so let's select Corona and go down to communities. Now under this filter, under this heading, these are all the master plans, large PUDs, specific plans, and any of the developments that have more than one subdivision in it. If you have just a standalone subdivision, you want those included. Those are under the Corona heading, so to get them all, I'm going to select all in this particular case. Then we're going to get into our specific physical filters and some of the other attributes we need to take into consideration. Today I'm just going to select detached products, so you can see the various densities here. I'm going to deselect at grade attached, deselect high rise. There may not be any of these in the market. There may not be lofts and podiums and conversions, but I'm going to deselect those just to narrow the focus of the research to exactly what I want. Now consider the survey to survey. We've talked during the course of this webinar about how it covers past history, and you can use it to establish trends and to consider the trends that have taken place in this market. For that reason, we need to include the closed communities that are sold and closed out, and we also have a category called on hold. Those are subdivisions that are not presently active, short of selling out all their units. These could conceptually come back to the market at any point in time that they were again had suitable sponsorship and someone wanted to move ahead with them, but we call those on holds, and we're going to want to recognize those just so that we get accurate community counts and complete pricing data. Let's click Summary Report so we can see our list of reports. Now, if you or I were to go out into this market and try to collect 5 or 6 years of data, we probably couldn't find the data for the communities that were on hold and sold out, but that's in our database. The technology will search that and find that for us. Think of the process though. It's a huge database, and it takes a little bit of time to churn through all those records and find exactly what we're looking for. This is now the list. You can see it generates a map by density. So these vivid pink dots are the detached 6,000 to almost 9,000 square foot lots. You can see those scattered through the market area. The blue is the large lot, 9,000 square foot stuff. And there's also a couple of browns, which is the small lot sizes under 4,000 square feet. So what we'd like to run here is our survey to survey report. So let's click that box and say run reports. Now again, this it's searching through the database, through county, through city, through all these different areas. I have some other things in my vault, so this is going to queue up in just a minute as it generates. One of the things that you can do with this survey to survey is you can define the market area in any way you see fit. You could do a county, you could do a city, you could do a master plan. Many of us do research on the Irvine Ranch, so you could select a single master plan. Wolf Creek is a good example down in Temecula. Get all the developments in that specific master plan. Or you can, do it in exclude the detached, exclude the attached, any sort of way you want to do that. Here's our report. So let's click that and proceed to checkout. I'm approved for invoicing. I suggest you do too. That keeps you from paying by credit card, but we always encourage one-off. And any of our reports are available on a one-off basis for those of you who don't want to subscribe or have some unique research that you may not do again and again and again. As you can see, here's the summary of your order for your records. I'm going to go back to my Vault page while this generates. There it is. It's our 9-quarter, but if you recall, we cover much more than 9 quarters here. That's just the name that's been assigned to it. Survey to survey. It shows the area, California, Riverside, RV West. So let's download that. Open that up for our use today. I'm going to shrink this so that we can all see it in the YouTube format. And that's it in a... See if I can make that a little bit bigger. Apparently not. So that is it shrunk down a little bit. Just as the version we presented earlier. Here's all the categories. Here's all the charts. And here's the self-generated graphics, which you can manipulate as you see fit. Now, one of the tremendous ways to use this we have found in our own consulting here is we do a very focused survey to survey, including maybe only our specific area. Let's call it Temecula, for example. Then we might also do a Southern Riverside County survey to survey, just so we had a macro and a micro and we could compare those two, looking for development opportunities. So what do we really see here as the uses for this? We use it a lot for property screening, asset management, as-is values, any sort of analysis where we want to see the current trends, we want to see the past performance of these communities, and we want to see what the competitive environment is going forwards. And how we do that is we generally would run development profiles for our competitive market area. We run a new housing development summary. We showed that earlier, and we ran a survey-to-survey comparison. And using those three, spend 15 or 20 minutes on it. Look through that survey-to-survey. There's a lot of data in there. Read it, analyze it, and you'll have just an excellent understanding of any particular market area that you're interested in. You'll be, far ahead of just collecting brochures and coming back with a big pile of paper that has really no use and no trend analysis in it. Please call us if anything comes up, any questions you're interested in, how to use it, how to make it suit your research needs, how to target it to your specific property question in mind. I'm John Mulville. I'm happy to answer any of the questions you want. You can call upon our sales team, Judy Duell and Sandy Rivera. Both of their contact information is on the website for information regarding subscription to our upcoming webinar series, subscription to our survey-to-survey product, or if you're really trying to get better use out of our product and make the full benefit active in your business and in your research, call us and we're happy to help out with that. We are the single biggest user of these products. We know the nuances in and out, and we're happy to help you achieve their full results in your own work. Thank you for joining us, and join us in the upcoming weeks. Keep abreast of our webinar schedule, and be sure not to miss our subscription webinar series on Northern California that Mark Bad will be presenting in February 2011. Thank you very much.